Welcome back to Reality and Chill with Kenny and Nish. It's been a minute, hasn't it, Kenny?
Sure has.
But we are recapping the end of Southern Charm. We've come to the end of the season. Wow, what a
Can't
season.
believe wow, it was pretty cool actually, this most recent episode that they opened it up with the montage to remind you about, like, some of those storylines and those arcs of those stories that have happened through the season. But yeah, the last 3 have been really interesting. We can really dive deep into each of the characters and yeah, I think this has been a great season, whereas the one before was a little bit, you know. This one was a real kicker, I thought. Really being able to look at Austen clearly again, which has been great. I think for me, just on the Austen front, I listened to like Vile Files, and he was on there a couple of months ago, and it turns out you were 100% right. He is going to therapy in regards to his sister, so and his abandonment issues. So it's so funny that we were like, "Oh, he should do therapy." It's like he is,
Good.
and yeah, he recognizes that there's some real behavioral issues there. So good
Wow.
for him. And
Good for him.
I kind of feel like I've softened up a little bit. Like after watching Craig this season, I feel like I might be
Mm,
and I don't know, now listening to that long form interview of Austen sort of talking about himself, it was and his friendship with Craig, it's given me some more material to really consider Austen. I think I've been so angry maybe for the like on behalf of the women sometimes that he screws around,
mhm. Yep.
that I'm not seeing him as that individual. And
Right.
now I can really see him as a fuller individual just going through his own life journey. So yeah, I'm digging Austen. So that's a big turnabout for me this season.
That's crazy. What kind of things made you sort of change your mind?
I could see what he was sort of saying is that the issue he has is he gets in and he latches on pretty quickly in a relationship.
Mm,
And and then when it gets to that point of like, okay, well, you've been together a couple of years, like that's when he just freaks out and he can't go that next step. And it's a real unfortunate pattern. Whereas if you just kind of with somebody for a couple of months and you moved on, then that's fine because you haven't gone too deep. But he loves to latch in. He wants intimacy, but just can't handle it. Uh,
wow.
sh- just the fact that he recognizes where he's at just means that now I'm like, that's like, because if you recognize it, then you know. And then, because the way he was sort of explaining about Audrey, it's like, well, the next step is that she would move in with me, right? She doesn't live in Charleston, and so for me to take that next step means that, oh my god, she's gonna change her whole life for me, and then what happens if I get cold feet? Then I'm gonna completely ruin her life, whereas right now, if I pull it
It's
because 'cause
not
I'm
too late.
getting these kind of feelings, then I'm actually minimizing what could be even a worse damage situation, is the way he saw it. So,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like he gets so anxious that he's like, "I don't know what's gonna happen." It's like anxiety that kicks in, so it's like, I'm just fight or flight backing out.
Fight or flight, yeah. So and, like, he now recognizes and because this is the beauty of reality TV.
Absolutely.
The public will call you out, and he's aware. He's 100% aware, and he is getting therapy, like, it's hilarious, and
That's
he's
amazing.
trying to tackle it, and it's really interesting to see Shep this season now, like, suddenly saying that he is considering having children, like,
I
"What?"
know. Are they finally turning a corner?
Did you watch What Happens Live? All 3 of
Yeah.
them were on What Happens Live. It was such a fun episode.
Oh, I gotta watch it.
It
I've
was
been
really cool. Like, what Andy did is he put up all the photos of the ex-girlfriends and, like, filled up the board, and then they had to ask and they had the ex-girlfriend on the phone, but with, like, a voice kind of it was so good, Nish, you would love it. Andy is so cheeky like that. He really nails that stuff. He loves it, and it was just this reflection that it really is, like he was saying at BravoCon, so many men are fans as well. Obviously, like, partners of people that are into reality TV, but they love Southern Charm because it does have that masculine kind of, and it's so good for us to see how petty the boys are, like,
I
there's not
know.
that much difference between the sexes in some ways, you know what I mean? It's
No.
still the silly arguments or whatever. Like, if anything, they're
Yeah.
way more immature than we are.
Right?
Yeah.
How funny. Wow. Well, I mean, that's really good to hear about Austin. I'm actually happy that he's doing the therapy and all that sort of stuff. Because 'cause you're right. If the one, benefit of doing reality TV for these guys is to have, like, a mirror that's put on them to say, "Right, oh, wow, this is how I'm behaving," Otherwise, you
Yeah.
might not realize that. Um, so yeah, and I feel like
I
honestly
truly think
yeah,
it's lifting up the world, like, we're talking about it. It just means that more people, I think somebody was saying, I can't remember where I picked this up on, but that, like, in 2026, everybody's using therapy language, like boundaries, this, that, whatever. And it's true. It's because everybody's becoming more aware of how human nature works. And I'm not saying that therapy is like it all, but yeah, it's kind of, I think that reality TV supports that. Like, it really does, because it's like you've got these really good analogies that you can apply, and you can sort of learn by looking. I really
right.
think that.
I agree, and self-awareness is not something that comes naturally to everyone, like, you know what I mean? So, this is like a forced a way of doing
Yes, no,
it.
like, if you were literally on it, it is like the ultimate. But then you look at somebody like Craig and
Wow, right. I mean, we've been Team Craig this whole season, but like I think you kind of mentioned that, yeah, you're feeling a bit iffy because
shift.
I've had a shift as well with seeing how he handled the end of the season and everything with Craig. I was like, nah, not cool. I was disappointed. I honestly was disappointed to see that when he had that final blowout at that ball for Carolina Day, that he couldn't just for 1 second, kowtow, just be like, "You know what? Yeah, I own my bit." Just say it. Just say, "I own my bit, and I wanna move forward." He just doubles down, and he doubles down, and he goes, "No, I am owning it," but, like, he's so combative, like, he just can't put his guards down.
I thought Austin was being weird in that scene, to tell the truth, for that one.
Really?
Yeah, so I feel like what was he was coming, Austin wasn't, the whole thing of conflict resolution to make us, like, safe space.
Right.
Austin was coming in quite, like,
Wrong.
intense, and I just know with Craig that doesn't work.
Right.
But yeah, I'm off Craig as well, more for his violent outbursts.
With
I
Sally,
can't
yeah.
stand that behavior.
Yeah, I agree.
You do it once, whatever, he's just broken up, or, like, he shouldn't drink, whatever, but it's been like a continuous thing, and his outburst with Sally is just where I just went, like, I was a bit like Charlie. I think me and Charlie had a similar moment
Yeah.
where suddenly I was like,
You
"I will
got
never
the
look at you the same." 'Cause it's like, it's just and it's not even just the violent outburst, it's the complete lack of awareness of how that impacts everybody around him, and then not apologizing or trying to make it better. Like, it is the worst. It's the worst.
trait,
So,
yeah. Yeah, and the way he apologized was, like, kind of under his breath to Sally at the dinner table, but only because she kind of forced it out of him. She's like, "You should have come to my room the next day with a coffee and apologized," and then he's just like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
he should apologize to everybody that's witnessed that, because it brings in such tension. Like, I've been around situations like that as well, where somebody just yells out of nowhere, and again, it was out of nowhere. Like, with Sally, it wasn't like, he obviously had some, like, other
Guilty.
built up, but there wasn't a specific trigger then. That was just him being drunk and like, reacting to a non-existent, like, to which means his mind is not quite right, like, he's imagining things that aren't there.
He has clearly got a situation with alcohol. Like, I just saw that day they were at the tequila tasting and it was just tequila, 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 tequila.
Yeah.
And at the end, he was, like, going he was doing the thing where I knew it was gonna go so south because he went behind the bar and he was trying to be the bartender, and it was just like, "Yep, let's get the whole bottle," and I'm like, "Oh gosh." After a full day of drinking tequila, to do that in the evening, I'm like, it's too much, and he's already said that he's had a problem with alcohol, so it's just like, he needs to work on that relationship with alcohol, I think. It's just not for him.
Yeah,
Brings out the worst in him, like,
it
it's not
really
good.
does. Yeah,
And
I
I
mean,
wonder oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I wonder whether he remembers the gravity of the situation, like, after that much tequila all day and night, I wonder whether he partially, like, was a bit blackout. I don't which is not good you to even get that far, but a part of me goes, maybe he doesn't realize, but at the same time, he
Yeah,
probably does, and
it's
mm,
a common trait, and then he's just like, "Yeah, that's just not me at my best," or like, the way he does brush it off a bit. It's
he
not
does.
like since I, like, contacted someone and say, "Hey, I get it, my behavior was outrageous. I'm so sorry. Hate doing that, and I hate that you had to bear witness to my behavior." Like, come on.
That's all it is, that's all
That's
it
all it is,
takes.
but he didn't do that. Like,
No, and his way of doing it is saying, "Oh, everyone has their bad days. I had a bad day." It's not
yeah,
truly taking accountability for the impact that it has, like you said, to the whole group and what that does to the dynamic. It makes people feel
yeah.
uncomfortable. Like, acting that aggressively and yeah, acting out that way has such a heavy impact on people, and he doesn't understand the gravity of it, I think.
I agree. I think he doesn't get it yet. But then and that's where I'm a bit off him as well, because it's like he's been able to watch this back how many times?
Right.
Like, so maybe I'm now thinking kind of like, what I heard from those other podcasts like that for Shep, and this is where I think Austin really wanted to see him own it, and that's what he was getting so frustrated about, but
Mm,
he came in with that, like, and it's kind of like, I think what I'd heard previously, that both Shep and Austin, they like Shep in the earlier days, want to show us that he doesn't get it or that there is no growth there. Like, for them, they're on the perpetual same loop
mm,
with him, and so but they end up looking like the asshole. So I thought Austin, the way he went in, which was just because Craig was really relaxed, and it was just Craig was like, "Yeah," like, I and just went straight into the, story about Charlie, because he was just, like, a little bit like, "Oh god, like, this has just happened." Again, it was yeah, he was just So he was just came in there, and then Austin didn't meet him there and say, "Hey, look, before we get into that, I really want us to discuss XYZ." He just went in a bit of a different direction, and yeah, I didn't dig it.
yeah. Yeah, I know what you're saying. It wasn't cool. I don't know where these 2 go from here. I don't know whether they can come back to a friendship.
I think
Yeah,
that
I don't know.
I think Austin's learning to now keep Craig at a distance. I think Craig has got a bit of soul searching to do, honestly, and I think maybe he just shouldn't drink. And yeah, and maybe he should, like, learn a little bit of humility. I think I'm starting to maybe see that dark side. So of him, because that's, what the boys were saying, he's so image conscious and stuff. But like, maybe it's just taken me a while to see his shadow side. And now this set, but I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't want to go all the way there with Craig, but I think he can see part of it, but I think he is so ready to just dismiss other people's opinions. So,
Mm.
um, like that they'll just pile on him, and that it's not actually a true feeling. Like, he'll dismiss feelings. So that's not great.
No, you can't have friendships like that. It's not, yeah, it's not nice. I think the only person that he'll actually listen to is Madison.
Yeah.
I feel like Madison's the only one that can really, like, call
The
him
Craig
out.
whisperer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Shep, I think, like, it's kind of interesting to see Whitney and Shep playing this kind of bigger brother role almost with him
Mm.
to sort of, Whitney was very much the voice of reason this season,
I know, he was
which
actually.
was
Yeah, true.
unusual. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's trying to really get I wonder if he's trying to sort of, trying to get these 2 back together because if they do not have a friendship, where does Southern Charm go from here? Because this is really hinged on the 3 of them, right? Because you can just see Craig being like, "Nah, I'm done." Like, I wonder whether he's gonna come back next season.
Yeah, I know what you mean, like,
So,
and it is that we are all here for Shep, Craig we are here for the dynamic without a doubt, so yeah, so Whitney having maybe some self-interest, do you think that's what
yeah.
motivated him?
I
That's
think, like,
great.
him being a producer or
That's
whatever, he's like,
really
"Right, I
cool.
gotta get this thing together or else where does it
Yeah,
go?" I
yeah,
don't
I
know.
mean, yeah, I think we've seen I don't know, it's like when younger people I don't think younger people it's just interesting because 'cause we're seeing, like, Thomas Ravenel have that real dark side on alcohol. We've seen it with, Shep at times, and we've seen it with Craig. But it's like the younger generation doesn't seem to have that. So I don't know if it's just people get nastier as they get older with alcohol or if it's a generational thing and like the kind of Gen X people just drank so much that you know what I mean? Whereas the other generations don't just typically drink like that.
Well,
It
they
just
say so I'm a millennial, and
mm,
millennials, they say when we went out, like, it was all shots, this, that, like, really heavy alcohol
yeah.
all the time. They're now saying that they've seen a huge drop with is it Gen Z? Of alcohol. So, like, they'll go out and be sober, they wanna have wake up early and do that, like, they're a lot more health conscious and stuff like that. So, apparently between those 2 generations, there's a huge drop in alcohol, consumption.
Right. So it's
So, it
after the
could be that.
millennials then. Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause you
Millennials
don't
definitely
really see the young people behaving like this, and so I'm just like, is it because, I don't know, something happens to you as you're getting older and you just get meaner or something? Or
that
is it
too, maybe.
because yeah, yeah, or is it because, like, just the younger people aren't drinking, so we're not seeing those behavior in the younger crew? With Gen X, like, if you think about the other kind of shows, you just don't really see that meanness of the younger people getting drunk. They might get drunk, but you know what I mean? Like, it's kinda
That don't get
interesting.
blackout
They don't
drunk.
get yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I'm trying to think with Vanderpump Rules, like, the new guy, they're quite young, they're like Gen Zs. They're like only 20.
Yeah,
I
they're
don't
all
see
so
them.
mature for their age,
Oh, yeah, they one of that
aren't they?
blonde chick, Audrey, is so mature. I was shocked when I heard she was 21. But yeah, you're right. That could definitely be a big part of it, like, the amount of alcohol that they consume is causing these behaviors. Craig
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, let's see what happens with Craig. I mean, for him not to take accountability after all these years and take advantage of the fact that, you're seeing himself on TV and seeing all his behaviors, it's sad. He's definitely got a lot of work to do. But anyway.
Yeah, I know. It's like, I just love that I can do the flips, and I love that I never would have thought I'd flip on Craig, but I flipped. So, there you go. And with Shep, I never thought I'd flip, but, like, we can sort of chat on Shep next because I think, like, Shep bringing, like, somebody more age appropriate to the
I
ball.
know, that made me so happy, and you can tell that
Same.
she could be, like, a good fit for him, She's kind of like yeah, she's cool. And just the way
Yeah,
they were
she was
talking
fun.
with each other, she was fun, and, like, I kind of like that they were both a little bit underdressed compared to, like, everyone else. Like, that's his vibe, he's just, like, a little bit rough around the edges, a little bit chaotic, and she had a bit
Yeah.
of that in her. Um,
Yeah, so just the fact that he's now considering, "Okay, maybe I will, like, aim to marry and have children," like, that's a massive change for Shep, like,
huge,
massive.
huge. Huge. Huge, huge, huge. I was like, "Wow, is this the glimpse of hope that we've all been looking for?"
But yeah, for him to then know I mean, to know how to be in a partnership will be interesting. I mean, I know he was with Taylor, but yeah.
He was
So
different
that's good.
then. I think he genuinely has changed after he did his ayahuasca,
Yeah, for
thing
sure.
before. Yeah,
Definitely.
you can see a huge shift in him. It's a lot more he seems a lot less chaotic.
He
Just
does,
seems
doesn't he?
mm,
Yeah.
mm,
Just that he was so into the wellness stuff, like the hugging, like he's more vulnerable. He's more open as a human to like a more spiritual and calm. Yeah, definitely.
peaceful.
It's kind of amazing actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Good for
think
him.
yeah, good for him. I think this is what he needed. So it'd be imagine if he, like, gets into a relationship next like, a serious relationship next season. That would be crazy. That'll be
If
good.
Madison and him have the babies together and
Wow. Storyline we did not see coming.
Shall we chat about Madison? I was so happy for her.
Yeah. What how sweet. How absolutely sweet. Like, her talking to what's her partner's name again? Brett? Brett?
So
Is it
bad with
Brett?
names. Brett,
Anyway.
yeah,
Is
Brett.
it Brett? Yeah. Oh, how about them talking in the car and she was just, when she was saying that, "How do you ever think that you would love anything, as much as this?" And he's like, "Yeah, of course you." I'm like, "Oh, you guys are so sweet. Stop it."
So sweet. And when Hudson held his sister, like I literally cried. I was just like, I was so happy, single mum with a boy, and just to see how Hudson is thriving in this, with the partner she's chosen, who's just gorgeous. And it's just
Beautiful.
such a lovely family. I was so happy for her.
Oh, I know.
And for Hudson specifically, like it's so cool. Really cool.
I
Yeah.
know. He's gonna be like such a good big brother. I know, it's so sweet. It feels like she's
Yeah.
really got everything that she's been wanting, you know?
Yeah, true. Yeah. So, I mean, that's Madison. It's a wrap for her. Uh, kind of like Lindsay, at
Mm.
these type of strong, gorgeous women, we don't want to lose them. We want them to come back, uh, regardless. Keep on having children, but we need you in these casts. It's too
Oh,
fun to
you
have you on
so
board.
need them. Actually, her not
Yeah.
being on the cast trip, like, you really feel it, don't you? Like, she plays such a important role in the
She would
dynamic of
not
the
put
group.
up with Craig's behavior. No way.
No, and I feel like she could have had that conversation the next morning with him and,
Yeah.
but yeah. Yeah, she'll be having some downtime, but I don't think she'll go away. I think she'll still stay in the mix.
Yeah, for sure. What do
Um,
you think of Sally? I
Gosh, you know how I feel about
I love that
Sally.
she's the challenging one for you. I really love it. It's good.
I think I find her so challenging because she just really puts herself out there, which I guess is a good thing. Like, at some points, I cringe because I'm like, "Wow, like, you're really." I don't wanna yeah, she knows what she wants. I respect it because she knows what she wants and she goes after it, but she lays it on thick. And I'm just like, "Do you need to do that to that extent?" Like, she doesn't care what, like, the other like, she's going after Austin, she doesn't care whether Austin's into it or not. She's just like she's Austin's the prey and she's going for
Yeah, like I say, she's in her masculine energy. Like it's strange to see down south. I love it. I think she needs to be in New York for success, but for us to watch this play out, yeah. I mean, it's not like Austin. They might be mucking around, but it's not going to go anywhere.
But how about how she at the end it was such a funny scene when she's on the steps and he's, like, leaving.
So
It
great.
almost felt scripted with, like, the lighting that was on her
It was
face.
beautiful. I loved it. It was so
She's
great.
gorgeous. She's actually really pretty.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's
Beautiful dress.
yeah, and
She
her
loves the low cut, doesn't she? She loves it.
the sexy well, she's got a stunning body. Her body is just, like,
Mm,
immaculate. So she pulls all of that stuff off. But yeah, I love how she's just like, I know you want me," and she's just like, I'll come with you. I'll come with you." Like, she's just, "I'll do what" no, what did she say? She's like, "I'll do whatever it takes. I'll do whatever," and it's like, "Yeah, we know you will." She doesn't take no for an answer.
no.
I was actually surprised to see Austin say, "Look, I'm not actually, like, I'm just coming out of a relationship. I'm not necessarily emotionally available." Like, he was just suggesting that he's not,
Yeah,
which is true.
which is 100% true.
But this is where I think Sally, like, frustrates me a little bit because she doesn't care. She doesn't read the room. It's like, this guy is just come out of a relationship. Give him a second. But she doesn't read the room like that. And I'm like, why do you need to be so not aggressive about it, but like, she's like a dog with a bone. Like, give it a
Well, it's like you're
second.
pushing your will onto somebody else,
Right.
right? So you're constantly doing a which I think is a sign of maturity. I think it's immature. I think she thinks it's funny, right? So that's how I've read it. Like, it's kind of like a quirky, like, I'm quirky, you know? And it's like, no, you're just literally pushing your will onto other people. And because you're doing it with a bit of humor, but if you took the humor away, it's kind of just like that's what you're feeling, right? You're
Right.
feeling just God, you're really like pushing boundaries here. Whereas
Right.
I'm kind of like taking in some of the humor and going like it's not gonna go anywhere. So it's almost like she's just entertaining herself. Yeah.
Is she using the humor to, like, band-aid how crazy, like, how crazy it is that she's pushing those boundaries? Is that what you're saying?
I think so. Yeah. I think she 'cause she'll go into an awkward space, and awkward space is where humor lives, right? So it's an easy way to tap in to make like, to just keep on going into that awkward space and then turn it into humor. Um, but yeah, what's driving it is trying to push her will. And she's got a, like, kind of an interesting style in the way she approaches it, which I truly enjoy. Like, I love
You
it to
enjoy
watch
it?
it.
Yeah, to watch
Yeah,
it, yeah. But, like,
yeah.
imagine if a girl did that to a guy.
No, this is it. It's
Crazy.
pushing your will onto somebody
It's
regardless of
not
who it
okay.
is. If it was a parent doing it to a child or like there's just I don't know, there's a certain thing that just, like, come on, like, let people have their freedom, their free will, like they're just
She knows how to get away with it, that's for sure.
that's what I mean. Like, she's got a knack with this.
She does.
Um, but what I just find so amazing, and it's just knowing how she is like, puts out her baits, and so with Charlie now, the fact that and Craig as well, I think he did that on purpose to just call out Charlie and how close they were to Sally, knowing that that was the trigger for Charlie all along, like,
Oh,
shit move, Craig,
yeah, not cool.
um, because you're just feeding Sally. Because you
Yes!
know how she's gonna respond, and, like, for it was so obvious that Sally was gonna use this. That's the part of her character that I really like, it's so manipulative. It
It's
is so bullshit. She's obviously kissing Austin, she's into Austin. This whole nonsense with Craig is an absolute joke. Like,
like,
it's
I really
control.
like
She has control issues.
control.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
control. You're absolutely right. It does come back down to that. It does. It does. Yeah, she just wants to take control of the situation.
Yeah. Yeah, she wants to decide who's talking to who and, yeah, just get into everybody's business, and, I mean, like I say, I think she's brilliant for this cast because you
Yeah, she is.
need a match for maturity with those boys that is just out there, like,
Yeah, I agree.
yeah, so I think, like, I know I've said this in the past, but I just think the other castmates were a little bit too evolved to match up with the boys in their pettiness. Like, they
Mm.
need
No, you're
they
actually
need
right.
something that matches. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't like how well, first of all, you know, he brought up the Craig situation. Yeah, the way he did that was so not cool. Like, within 1 second, he's had all this bad blood with Sally, and he knows the whole reason that Charlie didn't want to bring half of this stuff up was because Sally would, you know, lose the plot. And he just, within 1 second, just fed that to Sally. And I'm like, where's your loyalty to whatever you had with Charlie? Like, that
Where's your
relationship.
kindness? Like,
And
you wanna
just,
be perceived as kind, but I've now seen you do this with Paige as well. I think
yeah,
there's a bit of a dark thing there with Craig where if his feelings or something is hurt, he's gonna do it in a really passive aggressive way, so nobody can pin him down, right? So that was a really clever way for him to get at Charlie. Really, it was done, and he knew exactly what he was doing. So I think that's his dark side that I'm
yeah,
starting to pick up on
I
now.
agree. That
Um,
mm.
it's manipulative and it's cruel.
It is really cool, and, you know, I think that's where I turned on him because I was like, "You're" it's so manipulative, it's so nasty, like, I just couldn't believe how quickly he could shift like that and flip on her. Like, if your relationship was so, you know, a lot deeper than what everyone knew, and you're calling each other every day, for you to just in 1 second say all of that to Sally, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't
Charlie
believe.
had made it so super clear where she stood. We all know why. It's because she's not great with direct communication or conflict like
Conflict,
that.
yeah.
We can see how strong Sally is. Sally brought her in. She's already feeling, uncomfortable. And yeah, like he completely threw her under the bus. It's so mean. And that's before she even had the chance to let him know, look, I'm not into you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think that is? Do you think he's got like a bit of a nasty streak?
I think it's
Like
his way of,
revenge?
like, he it's way of him getting control back or something, maybe of the situation, or is it like, I'm just trying to think, he doesn't wanna be perceived a certain way, so he's like, "Well, just letting you know, we were actually, you know, this is the extent of our relationship. I don't
It's
understand why."
vindictive though. It's actually vindictive.
No, it is.
So, I mean, with Craig, we've been so blinkers on, right? So I'm just sort of now thinking, like, when he threw Austin under the bus, talking about the fact that he'd slept with other people in Audrey's relationship, which he swears he didn't. And that was like rumor and gossip. Like him yelling on the bus. You just sort of start to put all these things together, like throwing people under the bus really quick to completely discard people, um, because he's not doing it the classic bitchy way. We've kind of missed it, I think. But now I'm starting to
Mm,
see it a bit more and just go, yeah, maybe I think what he did with Paige wasn't cool either. Like,
yeah.
so, but it's in a passive way, like with that passive aggressive kind of
Yeah, where
way, which is pin
it's
it
hard
down.
yeah, it's hard to pin it down and just completely call it out, but you're right, it's huge. Yeah, you're absolutely right. There's, definitely patterns of him doing that. It's like he will keep his ammo ready, and
Yeah.
use it when he needs it, which how do you trust a person like that? You can't.
Well, you can't. Like, you literally can't. It means that you can't disagree with them. You can't even playfully trigger them. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you know how in friendships you're always kind of like teasing each other? You might have a little bit of teasing stuff going on in some friendships. Like, so you're not safe to do that. You're not safe, like you can't share with him about anybody else because he's gonna use that against that person, which is what Shep did. So Shep shared with Craig something that was gossipy. But like he turned on Shep as well. Like Austin was really hurt by Shep doing that. But so
Mm.
you can't share with him as a friend gossip. Let's face it, friends love to have a goss. And then you can't directly, yeah, so you kind of like you're really limited, like, in your friendship with him because he can turn on you and he's explosive.
Yeah, and you're right, what he did to Charlie, in terms of just saying, "Oh, no, our relationship was much deeper." That's exactly what he did with Paige in the sense of, you know how he said, "Oh, at Watch What Happens Live, I had a ring and everything," or whenever he brought up the ring situation,
Yeah.
he's like, "Oh," so he was basically proving again, "Oh, the relationship was a lot deeper than everyone was making it out. It was a lot more sorry, it was a lot further, down the line than what people knew." It's almost like he's justifying is he justifying his actions or is he I don't even know.
Yeah, it's kinda weird. Like, it's kind of the reversal where he's sort of saying, because I know when they did their clip of the reunion, Ali's like, "We only went on, like, 3 dates." Like, sure, we were talking on the phone or whatever. Like, it wasn't that it was over a 6-week period, like, in that case. And if you think about him and Paige, yeah, they were seeing each other for a couple of years, but they weren't living together. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting.
But for me, it was like with Paige, it was the fact that he wanted it. He didn't step in and say, "No, she wasn't having an affair." Like when I was, it would have been so simple for him to do that. And that's what I mean. Like he's got a clever way of like making people suffer, right? So he wants you to suffer. And so then he's going to try and, yeah, sort of do little crumbs, little breadcrumbs so that, like people are manipulated. The audience is manipulated.
Yeah, and that's where it's like, where is your kindness? Because even Paige now, Paige doesn't talk about Craig at all. I think she talked about it once or maybe twice. Like she was very particular, especially with Giggly Squad and stuff. She never mentions him, or never has. But even now she's got a new boyfriend and she took a long time to publicize it. And I think that was subconsciously out of respect for Craig.
Yeah, which is really lovely. Yeah,
Which is
that's
nice because at her core, I think she actually, she's a nice person. Whereas I don't think he would do the same for her. Like clearly not. Like, I don't think you know what I mean. He doesn't reciprocate that type of kindness. He
well,
does.
it was interesting how when he said to Charlie, I would like in this moment, I'd rather be with you than my ex." And then it's kind of like that was just so unnecessary. Is that like doing a dig now to Paige? Like,
It's both. I think it's doing a dig to Paige, but also trying to manipulate Charlie to say, "Hey, what we
yeah,
had was really deep. Like, that's how much I cared about you, and you're just throwing this away." And she's just like, "Oh, what? Really?" Um, I think that would mess with her head. I think he was trying to do that to mess with her.
yes, okay. Yeah. Wow. I might start liking Venita more now.
Uh, you know what? On Two Teas in a Pod, I think Dolores was saying that, you know what, Venita has been vindicated. I mean, a lot of the things, as annoying as she is, a lot of the things that she was saying, if you kind of look throughout the whole season, though, it's all played out in the way that she's called it from the
Yeah, she's
beginning.
still annoying. You don't want a friend pointing stuff out like that. Like,
No,
let
I
you
can't
know.
stand her.
Yeah, come
Yeah.
on.
But she's not wrong. It's just the way she handles it.
So she was seeing, Carl from Summer House.
No.
Yeah, yep.
Can't see that. So it
I
was, like,
can't
not
see at
anymore?
all either. Yeah,
Yeah, no.
it's weird.
Oh, how long did that last?
So it was on this, Southern Charm after show. She was all giggly about it. She'd just been on a 5.5-hour date with him and stuff, so that's the only reason I'm aware. But remember how in Summer House, Carl was saying, "Yeah, I was considering moving to Charleston." So it'd just be interesting to have, like, a little bird's eye view to see how many months or weeks it lasted. But yeah, I mean, she's into all the fashion shows. She obviously would fit in well with the girls in New York and stuff, Anita.
Well, she's besties with Sierra. They're always posting TikToks and stuff together.
Exactly. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah. I think she needs that because those girls are pretty strong as well, like
I see what you're saying.
I just think maybe with Venita, she hasn't been in the right environment for me to receive her well.
Yeah. Same. I'm ugh, no, she grinds my gears a bit.
What do we
Anyway,
think about Charlie's first season?
I I really like Charlie. I just hope she goes away after her first season and can reflect and just grow a bit of a backbone. I think she doesn't like conflict, so I feel like she runs away from things a little bit too much. I think she really needs to learn how to face into it, and that's probably, like, her just getting the courage and just having the maturity
Yeah.
to do that. Like, even standing up to Sally, it's her best friend, like, um, I liked her though, like, I don't know how long she'll last. She's like a pretty girl that's come on, had a bit of a fling. I don't know if she'll be one of those that have come on, had a fling with one of the guys and then goes. I don't know if she's got enough, you know,
Yeah.
to last the seasons. But I thought she was very sweet and I liked seeing her. She's gorgeous.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
really like Charlie as well. I know what you mean because it's really about how you, like, gelling with everybody, and because Sally brought her in and then Craig's created all that, like, that's what I mean, that's why it was so nasty at the end of the season to do that, because it's gonna cause a fallout, like, do you know what I mean? So then if she's on the outs, and I know the girls thought that it wasn't maybe, that she was a very loyal friend to Sally, which is not true. Sally was just being a dick, um, but because of
Mm.
that, she sort of lost that collective support that you might need for a second season. I hope we see her again. I really like Charlie.
Yeah, I same. I think she'll come back for one more season. I just don't know how long she'll last. But I really
Mm,
hope she learns to like stand her ground. Like she just runs away from things too much. I think I
yeah.
don't I wonder if it's like this whole I guess it's probably the culture in the South as well, where they just really put things under the rug and it's like just, you know, have a bit like Vanita does it too. Vanita doesn't like facing into things and she runs away straight away.
Did you love that when Craig and Vanita, eyes closed, holding each other's hands, and when they opened, and Vanita's facial expression, I loved her in that moment. Like, it was just so good because she was like, "Is this for real?" And then she looked away, and then she looked up again, and then Craig's face was just a bit more like, "Oh, this is a bit of a joke," but for her, you could see it was just like, "Oh my god, this is literally my worst nightmare. This is my worst nightmare."
It was so
It's
funny.
so good.
I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was great to see how
Yeah.
that played out. That was funny. I wonder if Vanita will come on for another season. I don't
God, I
know.
really hope not. I hope they move her to somewhere else. I just, like, that type of girl annoys me. They're like, they're not light enough, fun enough, you know? They're too
Yeah,
heavy.
this I agree, and this is where as much as Sally annoys me, she does have the light, fun
She's got the
characteristics
humor.
to her. She's
She's
got the
so
humor and
funny.
she can relax, and I like how she can move on. She moves on extremely quickly, but she moves on.
Oh, yeah, she does.
But, like, you know, you need that. Like,
The
she's on to the
chickens.
next thing.
Like a mum picking up the chickens, did that make you laugh?
Oh, that was hilarious. I was wondering what happened to those chickens.
Yeah.
She's like, "Why did I even buy" she just goes all in, that girl. She
Yeah,
just
she
goes
does.
all in.
Do you know what? I think Shep and Molly should get back together. I think that
Oh,
is the perfect partner for Shep.
thought so when
They
they
are the
first
perfect,
yeah,
yeah, match.
I thought so as well, when that first happened. I thought yeah, I thought so as well, but I don't know if the connection's there and the attraction's there anymore.
I think Shep as well, he's a bit of a snob. He wants somebody from a similar background to him. I think he wants like a lady, you know what I mean? But
Mm.
like, I think Molly, the quirkiness and, you know, being a musician,
Yeah.
obviously just has everything going for her.
I love Molly.
Yeah.
Actually, let's talk about
Same.
Molly. I love Molly. I feel like we need to see more of Molly. She's so funny and quirky and but true to herself and is like such a she's really wise as well. Like, I love when she shares, like, when there's something going on. I think she's always got such a good read on people as well.
I think so as well, but I think in terms of the cast, right, knowing that the guys are central, I think that type of it's almost like a friend of role. Like if you
Yeah.
consider some of like if you who's the girl in Beverly Hills that's kind of quirky and stuff? Friend of, is it Tilly? Yes. So I feel like it's like that you want those kind of quirky characters because it helps like
Comic
it
relief.
really helps with the lightness, but they're never really the core storyline. They're not the arcs, you know?
They're not, you're right, and maybe that's
Yeah.
just the role that she plays. Same with Rod as well.
Same with Rod. Great. I really fell in love with him this season. I love his facial expressions. I can tell what's going down by his facial expressions. I wonder if it's actually following sorry,
Rod. Mm.
Rodrigo's body language is why I have at last seen the truth about Craig. Like, it's literally he's so fun to watch. His facial expressions, his body language, like, yeah, I'm really digging him. He's an excellent cast member. He's a
He is.
great observer and he's smart in how he does things. It's very
He's
cool.
very clever. He's very clever. No, I really like him as well. Is that everyone? I feel like that's everyone.
I feel like it might be.
That's a wrap. Southern Charm.
You
Oh,
know
I'm
what
gonna meet
comes
Southern Charm.
next? Do do do.
The
Do do do
reunion.
do. See, easy as the birds and the bees and the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, oh, you're closing. I was like, "What comes next? The reunion?" Yes, of course, we can't finish without having your little
Yeah, that
song. No,
was
I
a
love
good
it.
chat. Southern
Good
Charm.
chat. Southern Charm,
So
right?
good. Definitely watch What Happens because yeah, having the 3 of them on there was really fun, and they're not the best of friends, but they just kept that professional, you know? Like, so this is obviously following what we're gonna be watching the reunion, so he must have kept the 3 of them there after the reunion to then record Watch What Happens,
Genius. Yeah, yeah, true. That makes sense.
so having that so you might wanna save it until you've seen the reunion because then you'll be able to go, "Gee, they really did pull it together." Because obviously Andy wants to go out drinking with them. That's what I think. I think Andy loves those boys, and
Yeah.
it's been ongoing, right? So, yeah, he's teed it up.
He's
For
teed it up.
sure.
That's so funny. I need to watch it. No, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it soon
Yeah.
because that sounds funny.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright. Well, that's a wrap, Kenny.
It's a
Chat
wrap.
soon.
Thanks, Nishi. Bye.